Prepare to be amazed by some of the most unbelievable historical events that actually took place. We're uncovering the top 10 historical events that are so bizarre, so shocking, you won't believe they actually happened. Ready to explore some of the wildest moments in history? Let's dive right in. Number 1. The Dancing Plague of 1518. Imagine this. You're living in Strasbourg, and suddenly, people around you begin to dance uncontrollably. For days. It wasn't just a fun party either. Many danced until they collapsed, and some even danced to their deaths. This bizarre phenomenon remains one of history's greatest medical mysteries, and no one truly knows what caused it. Was it a mass hysteria? A form of poisoning? Whatever it was, it left the town in chaos for weeks. Number 2. The Battle of Los Angeles, 1942. In February 1942, just months after Pearl Harbor, Los Angeles was thrown into chaos when an unidentified object appeared in the sky. Fearing an enemy attack, the military fired over 1,400 anti-aircraft shells. The crazy part, there were no enemy planes, nothing was found. Some say it was a false alarm, while others believe it could have been UFOs. The Battle of Los Angeles remains one of history's weirdest mysteries. What do you think? Panic or something from beyond? Number 3. The Exploding Whale Incident of 1970. Up next, we have the strange and explosive incident of a beached whale in Oregon in 1970. When a giant whale carcass washed ashore, authorities didn't know how to get rid of it. Their solution? Dynamite. The idea was to blow up the whale, scattering the remains for seagulls to clean up. But when the explosion went off, it sent massive chunks of whale flying through the air, damaging cars and creating a mess far worse than anyone anticipated. Let's just say, this was one plan that didn't quite go as expected. Number 4. Operation Paul Bunyan. In 1976, tensions between North and South Korea were at an all-time high, and a simple tree trimming operation almost sparked a full-scale war. After North Korean soldiers attacked and killed 2 U.S. soldiers trimming a tree in the Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, the U.S. launched Operation Paul Bunyan. Hundreds of soldiers, tanks, and helicopters were sent to finish cutting down the tree as a show of force. It was one of the most dramatic moments in Cold War history. Over a tree. Number 5. The Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921. The Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921 is one of the most tragic and horrific events in American history, yet it remained largely hidden for decades. A prosperous black neighborhood, known as Black Wall Street, was destroyed in a violent attack that left hundreds dead and thousands homeless. What started as a false accusation spiraled into one of the deadliest acts of racial violence in the United States. The event was covered up for years, but today, its legacy is being remembered as a critical chapter in the fight for racial justice. Number 6. The time Napoleon was attacked by rabbits. Even one of the greatest military leaders of all time couldn't escape a bizarre fate. In 1707, after signing the Treaty of Tilsit, Napoleon decided to celebrate with a rabbit hunt. His men gathered hundreds of rabbits for the event, but instead of running away, the rabbits charged at him. The Emperor of France was forced to retreat as he was swarmed by a horde of angry bunnies. It's safe to say this wasn't Napoleon's finest moment. Number 7. The Boston Molasses Disaster of 1919. You've heard of floods, but how about a flood of molasses? In 1919, a massive storage tank in Boston burst, sending a wave of 2.3 million gallons of sticky molasses rushing through the streets. The flood moved at 35 miles per hour, flattening buildings, sweeping people and horses away, and causing 21 deaths. It took months to clean up, and the scent of molasses lingered in the area for years. Number 8. The Pharaohs Curse and the Death of Lord Carnarvon, 1923. When King Tutankhamun's tomb was uncovered in 1922, it was an incredible find, but it came with a dark twist. Just months after the discovery, Lord Carnarvon, who funded the excavation, died from an infected mosquito bite. Newspapers claimed it was the Pharaohs Curse, and others linked to the tomb's excavation died soon after. Was it just coincidence, or was the curse real? Either way, it spooked the world. Number 9. The Miracle of the Sun, 1917. In 1917, tens of thousands of people gathered in Fatima, Portugal, claimed to witness a miracle. The sun appeared to dance, zigzag across the sky, and emit strange lights in what has become known as the Miracle of the Sun. While some believed it to be a religious event, others have tried to explain it as a natural phenomenon. Whatever the explanation, This mysterious event has fascinated historians and scientists for over a century. Number 10. The London Beer Flood of 1814. And finally, who could forget the London Beer Flood of 1814? When a giant vat of beer burst at a brewery in London, it sent a tidal wave of beer crashing through the streets, destroying homes and killing 8 people. While it might sound like every beer lover's dream, the reality was far from it. The beer flood was a catastrophic event that left devastation in its wake. And there you have it, 10 unbelievable events in history that actually happened. Which one blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more crazy historical stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.